are expected to pack the Norfolk waterfront this weekend for Harborfest 83. And this year, there's more entertainment, food, and excitement than ever before. Of course, adding to the excitement this year is the opening of Waterside, and that's where we are right now. Hi, everyone. I'm Diana Morgan, and I'm sitting on the balcony at Pandor's Restaurant, surrounded by a group of people having a good time. There's a water show going on right now on the river, and there's a big crowd down there watching all the action. And, of course, our Terry Zahn is standing by live on the pier, and he's going to tell us what's happening there. Terry?
Diana, not a great deal happening here right now, but you should have been here about 12:30 this afternoon when the parade of sail made its way past Pier B. Most of those ships, the tall ships and their smaller escorts, are now moored along the piers and docks here at the harbor. But earlier today, it was quite a sight. The flotilla left Fort Monroe about 10 a.m. this morning, and they were just a little bit late arriving, pulling into the Harborfest area about 12:30 this afternoon. On hand to greet them, thousands of cameras and a huge throng. The crowds arrived long before the ships did, straining for that first glimpse of a Harborfest tradition, caught first from our camera in Chopper 10. And when the long procession made its appearance, no one was disappointed. The Blue Nose 2 led the parade, a replica of the Canadian schooner of the 1920s. There was the first American naval vessel, the Providence, and the Wan Fu, a 60-foot Chinese junk now based in Norfolk, and the last Navy PT boat, just like John F. Kennedy's or the one in McHale's Navy. And the Coast Guard was there, too, trying to somehow prevent the scene from falling into total chaos. In all, some 400 vessels, the largest flotilla ever assembled on the Elizabeth River. And as the old saying goes, a picture is worth 1,000 words. You should have been there. My first parade of sail, and it sure was impressive. Last year I spent my time in the studio. You're interested in visiting some of those tall ships. They, along with the guided missile destroyer Scott, and also the PT 806, I believe, or 809 it is, will all be open for public inspection tomorrow between 10 and 5, so that's something to do on a Saturday. It's going to be mobbed down here. Back to you, Diana.
I think I plan to take that tour tomorrow. It sounds really exciting, Terry. Thank you. What would Harborfest be without food? Well, our Joel Rubin spent the day checking out the menu.
The day started early for the stout-hearted members of the Abingdon Roritan Club.
Come and tell you.
They left home in Bena, that's in Gloucester County, before dawn, and by mid-morning they were ready for their first Harborfest. Does that scare you going into this kind of an event?
No,
Why not?
We're all gamblers. We'll take a challenge anytime.
The boys from Bena will be serving up two surefire favorites, clam fritters and soft-shell crab sandwiches. They're estimating that 500 dozen crabs will be enough, just enough.
We hope we'll run out.
How is it?
Nice, man.
Very nice.
Oh, it's wonderful.
The hoagies were going fast at Veneziano restaurant stand, but the sausage on the grill seemed to have no beginning or end. So have no fear, plenty of food here. Yeah! And here, too, Dennis Tabor was selling barbecue as fast as his workers could chop it. And he was ready for the long haul. You sleeping here, too?
Sleep here, too.
The list of delectables goes on and on, from the steak in a bun, to the pastries, to the fudge, to the beer. Bring an empty stomach and a full wallet. And one of the nice things about Harborfest is that after you gorge yourself for a couple of hours, there's plenty of green grass to lie down on, so you can sleep it off. At Harborfest, Joel Rubin, The Daily News.
That sounded really yummy. Food is certainly the next thing on my menu. Everybody around me is eating, and I'm starving. Terry Zahn is out there where lots of activities are going on the pier, and he's going to tell us about some of them right now.
Well, if it's not food, it's entertainment at Harborfest 83. Harborfest has entertainment for just about everyone, young and old. There are, of course, the tall ships, which we just showed you a minute ago. There are fireworks, and there are performers of just about every kind imaginable. There's even something for the youngsters, as Ava Hurdle found out.
There are 7 different stages at Harborfest. All are located along the downtown Norfolk waterfront between Waterside and Freemason Harbor. Entertainment ranging from folk music to Caribbean melodies to street performers will be featured. There's also a stage just for the youngsters.
Since many of you will probably be bringing your children to Harborfest, you might find the activities here at the children's stage one source of entertainment for them. Fuzz and stuff and puppets delighted the young audience, many of whom aren't yet old enough for school. Still others started their summer vacation from the classroom Thursday. Aside from the sheer entertainment, the puppets try to teach the audience a lesson or two through their skits.
Wait a minute. How did you know that? You didn't even look at your watch.
Oh, that's because I got a Braille watch.
Well, they're telling you about people that are blind and what time, stuff like that.
What do you think about the puppets up there?
They're great.
Entertainment at the children's stage is scheduled throughout this weekend. At Harborfest, Ava Hurdle, The Daily News.
Do you know the way to Harborfest? Well, if you think it's by car, you probably don't. As of this hour, many of the streets in downtown Norfolk are blocked off to car traffic, so you cannot drive in. The 2 major streets near Harborfest, Waterside Drive and Bush Street, are now pedestrian walkways, and they'll stay that way until 9 o'clock Sunday. Because of all this driving, your car will not be the easiest way to get to Harborfest. With some ideas on how you can, here's Ed Hazelwood.
They say that getting there is half the fun. Well, for Harborfest, that can still be true. But if you don't follow some of the suggestions about getting here, you may not even make it. As you know by now, when Harborfest is in full swing, downtown Norfolk is a place for people, not for cars. To make sure you get the message, detour signs abound along the interstate directing you not to downtown Norfolk, but to TRT park and ride locations.
Traffic is going to be heavy coming into Harborfest. There's limited parking downtown, and it's really going to be a much more enjoyable time if you started off by leaving the driving to TRT.
Here at Janif Shopping Center is just one of the places you can catch a bus to Harborfest. They'll be leaving from here every 10 to 15 minutes. Other places to get the bus are behind the field house at ODU, in the C&P parking lot at Military Circle, in front of the Clock in Portsmouth at the foot of High Street, and for Virginia Beach residents, you can ride the double-decker buses from the Dome down near the ocean front. Based on past experience, if you want to enjoy Harborfest and see the fireworks Saturday, come early and leave your car behind.
So if people are going to attempt to drive down for the fireworks, the word is don't. You're not going to get to downtown Norfolk.
In Norfolk, I'm Ed Hazelwood, The Daily News.
And we'll have more from Harborfest 83 a little bit later in the news. Terry?
And also the story of a suit over Waterside Sunday opening being thrown out of court. That story and more when we come back. Well, as Cynthia said, I don't think anybody could have asked for any better weather. This is just terrific. What was it today, about 72, 73?
Yeah, it hit right around 74 degrees. I guess that was the official high. Inland a ways, it hit right around 80 degrees. This is perfect. I did have a shirt and tie, a coat and tie on and everything, but that's ridiculous.
You're right, it is.
It's a gorgeous day. In fact, let's have a look at how gorgeous it is. We've got a live shot from over at Waterside, and we want to show you just what our current conditions are. Right now we have sunny skies across the area. Beautiful, beautiful day. It's 73 at the airport here. It's right around 75, 78 degrees. Humidity is down 51%. Winds are out of the north at 12 miles an hour, but that's no big deal. The waves aren't too bad inland, in the harbor anyway. Barometric pressure is falling at 30.24. The low last night, 63. A high for today, couldn't ask for a better day, 74 degrees. High tide, 9:37 tonight. We might remind you that the tides are running about 1.5 feet above normal right now. Low tide at 4:01 a.m. and the bay temperature is at 70 degrees. Oh, look at the WAVY weather watchers. Temperatures are mostly in the mid-70s, but then the further inland we go, the warmer it gets. Look to Franklin, 78 degrees, 77 in Suffolk, and also in Smithfield, and also in Newport News. It's in the low 70s, close to the water, 73 at the airport in Norfolk, 71 degrees right now in Virginia Beach. And we move on from there and have a look at our national map. A lot of things going on out in the Midwest. Thank goodness for us, not too much going on. A very pleasant day. Heavy thunderstorms rumbling from Oklahoma on through Kansas and on into the panhandle of Nebraska. Hot conditions, believe it or not, near the Canadian border. They've got temperatures in the mid-90s this afternoon. But for us, you can see kind of a squiggly line around a big H. That's a ridge of high pressure extending all the way along the northeast coast, and it's giving us a very, very, very pleasant day. Moving on from there, and a look at our satellite picture, we'll be able to see the mostly clear skies all across our area. A little scattered rain and cloudiness last night, but most of it has moved on. And what have we got for our Harborfest forecast? Let's go ahead and look. No cloudiness all the way around us. Harborfest, Norfolk, here we come with a great weekend. Here's our forecast. For tonight, we're looking at clear skies and a low temperature of right around 55 to 60 degrees. A very pleasant evening. Northeast winds for tonight are right around 10 to 20 miles an hour. Great weather for sailing. Tomorrow looks even better. Sunny and mild. High temperatures tomorrow right around 75 degrees. The northeast breeze is continuing at 10 to 20. Tomorrow night looks great for the fireworks. Clear skies, bring a sweater. Sunday, sunny and warm. Highs around 85 degrees. Quick look at the bar graph. 5-day outlook. Tomorrow looks even warmer than today, 75. Sunday looks terrific, and then we're back to work by Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, so who cares? But we've got great weather ahead, Terry, and it looks like it's going to continue like this through the weekend.
So bring the suntan lotion on Sunday, it looks like, huh?
Absolutely, and bring some money for some food. The food out here is great.
It sure is. Back to the studio. Cynthia?
We're back live at Harborfest 83, where there is a great deal of excitement still going on. It has been building all day long, and it's not over yet. Lots of things are planned for this evening. Bands are playing on all 5 stages down here tonight. And from 7 o'clock on the floating stage, it's going to be homemade jam. Then from 7 until 8:30 p.m. tonight at the Waterside Amphitheater, the Conjunto Tropical Band. From 7 until 11 on the main stage, Honey Boy Martin and the Unconquered People will be playing. And from 7:15 until 8 o'clock on the floating stage, it's Red Jones and his band. From 8:30 until 10 on the floating stage, it's the Dram Trio. And, of course, from 9:15 until 10 o'clock tonight, the big event that everybody's waiting for, the Festival of Lights Parade. It's really going to be something to see. That's it for now. We'll see you tonight at 11.